started working there, I realized, okay, this is a support kind of a role. And sometimes it used to be from 9 in the night to 6 in the morning. Like I was told that, okay, I have been rejected from that round and I can go back home. That was really devastating for me because this was something that which I was not prepared for. There used to be like 4 rounds. To answer your question, programming is needed for the business analyst role. I would say companies like these are really comfortable in giving 12 to 18 LPA.
Hey everyone, welcome back to eLearning Bridge. I hope you guys are doing good and staying safe. So I am back with another amazing and really inspiring video for all the aspiring data professionals. And this was one of the most requested video on my channel, like having a podcast for the business analyst role. So here is the video, and our guest Chirag has a very inspiring story. So when he completed his graduation, after that he actually landed in a company where he was working on a support role, but somehow he got the interest in the data, but that was not enough. And that was the reason when he was interviewing for the data analyst role, he was rejected by the same company 3 times. But hats off to his desperation and hard work, he cracked those companies and now working in Amazon. So make sure you watch this podcast till the very end, because he will be answering everything like how to get the job in the business analyst role, how business analysts work in top tech companies like Amazon, what is the process for the business analyst role in Amazon, what are the important required skill set to become the business analyst, whether programming is required or not, and business analyst salaries in top tech companies, and also how this is different from other data profiles like data engineer, data science. And also together we can help many more aspiring data professionals. So please like this video in really big numbers so that it can reach to them. I'm hoping for the 2000 likes. And if you are enjoying this kind of content and you want to suggest something for my next podcast, feel free to put it in the comment section. I will definitely hear your ideas related to next podcast. And if you are watching any of my video for the very first time, make sure to hit the subscribe button and press the notification icon. And guys, I have one really important announcement to make, and especially for those folks who belong to the non-tech background but want to move into the IT industry for the tech role, that too in the data domain. So if your journey is in the same direction and you are dreaming for the good companies, then Coding Invaders by Mentors Pro can definitely help you. So Coding Invaders is the most safest platform and exclusively made for those folks who want to change their career from non-IT to IT as a data analyst. And why data analytics is important? Because this is the first step towards the job profiles like the data science, data engineering and machine learning. So the time window for this course will be 8 months, where everything will be taught from the scratch, and this will be an entire project based learning and continuous one-to-one mentorship. And after completing this 8 months course, guaranteed job with average hike of 30-40%. And even it is mentioned here that they will return your money if you don't get a job. And so far they have helped more than 20,000 students to move from non-IT to IT as a data analyst. And here you can see the feedbacks from these students as well. And the special thing is that all these folks actually belong to the non-IT fields like the sales manager, maths teacher. I have provided one special link in the video description. You can definitely use it, and you can mention this special code Shashank during your counseling call, so you will be getting some extra benefits. These will be the things where they will be focusing more Python, your Excel, MySQL and the data analytics using Power BI. So daily you will be getting unlimited one-to-one mentoring, and there will be continuous webinars with the industry experts so that you can learn from their real world experience as well. Their placement record is 93% so far, and they are increasing it on day by day. You can even get a personalized help from the mentors or a one-to-one video call. And again, this will be a pure practical based learning. You will be actually working on real world use cases which you can even showcase in the interviews, and your assignments will be handpicked by industry leaders who are working in these companies. So what are you waiting for? I have provided a special link in the description. Use this code Shashank in your consultation call and get some extra benefit. Alright, so thank you so much Chirag for joining me on my podcast. And guys, as you were requesting me to bring business analysts from top tech companies, so here is the first one. Definitely we have Chirag with us, who is working as a business analyst in Amazon, but he will definitely talk more about himself. So Chirag, it would be really good if you can introduce yourself to the audience, your academic background and anything you want to talk about your professional experience.
First of all, thank you so much, Shashank. It's great. Like, it's a pleasure talking to you. I've been following your content since a year, and it's my honor to be on this podcast and help your audience too. So Shashank, to start with my introduction, right? I've done my engineering in computer science from SRM University, okay? And I graduated in 2018. And in my last semester itself, I got a chance to work with Hewlett-Packard Enterprise, HPE Bangalore. So I did my internship in my last semester for 4 months, post which I got a chance to work with them as a technical solution consultant. So during as we all know, right, during the college, the only aim that we have is we need a job. Be it any job, we don't really care. No matter if the package is good, if the company brand name is good, we are really happy, right? So that was the case with me as well. So I was really happy. Okay, I'm in a good company, HP, but like soon after I started working there, I realized, okay, this is a support kind of a role, which is something which I'm not aligned to, because that particular job involved working in various shifts. So sometimes for 4 months I used to work from 5 in the morning to 2 in the afternoon, and sometimes it used to be from 9 in the night to 6 in the morning. So that was really tough for me. Like soon after graduating, my very first shift was 6 in the evening to 3 in the night. So I was really shocked. Okay, corporate world, yeah.
Welcome to corporate.
Yeah. So that was my first reality check, but still, since I was in college, I was not really sure that, okay, what needs to be done. So I spent like 4 or 5 months in my internship. But like there was another setback that I faced over there. Like my week offs used to be not on Saturday, Sunday. I used to get my week offs on Tuesday and Wednesday, which was again a really like surprising thing for me, because I used to be that guy who used to wait for Saturday, Sunday, like work for 5 days and like play harder on Saturday and Sunday. So that used to be my motto in college as well. So that particular thing again was a trigger which like led to a thought that, okay, I need to change my job, or I need to switch my domain into something else. This is something that is not sustainable, right? So that's when I decided that, okay, I need to switch my job, and soon after the journey got started.
Chirag, as you said, like after completing your graduation, you got job in HP. Again, it was a support role, and you also explained the tough part of that and the challenges you faced there. But I'm really interested to know that how did you decide to move into the data field, and how did you crack your first company for the data analytics role? And also, so how easy or difficult that transition was?
And so first of all, I would say it was not at all easy, right? So because first thing first, if you know for a fact that, okay, you want to switch your domain, or if you want to switch your company, like bang on, you are right, you're on the right track, right? Then the second step is to find the opportunities outside in the market, right? And I was lucky to get an opportunity to interview for 𝗖𝗶𝘶 in Bangalore, which is considered to be the biggest data analytics player in India right now. Right? And if someone wants to start their career in analytics, 𝗖𝗶𝘶 is the place that they should be targeting. Definitely, I would say. Right?
Awesome.
So this was the first trigger. Okay, I saw it on LinkedIn or any other platform. I'm not really sure like where exactly I saw that post, but like there was this opportunity for a trainee decision scientist in 𝗖𝗶𝘶, and apparently the job requirements was like fulfilling. Like the profile that I had was fulfilling the like company requirement, because they were looking for freshers only and not the experienced professionals, right? So that's when I thought, okay, it's better if I go ahead and apply. Let's see how it goes. The interview process was that difficult from the very first step, because so many people came in for that. And that was really surprising for me, because I was not expecting that. There was this first round GD. I gave that GD, and just after 10 minutes, okay, I was told that, okay, I have been rejected from that round and I can go back home. That was really devastating for me, because this was something that which I was not prepared for, right? I was expecting that, okay, by the end of this day, I'll be going ahead with a job letter in my hand. But this was the first experience with 𝗖𝗶𝘶, right? Soon after, like again, there was this one more opportunity I got with Deloitte. I got the opportunity in Deloitte, and this time I was selected and I got the offer from there as well. And again, there was a new drive for 𝗖𝗶𝘶. This time it was in Kerala. And I was staying in Bangalore. Okay, so this time I got a chance. My name like was shortlisted for 𝗖𝗶𝘶. I traveled all the way from Bangalore. This time not to Whitefield but to Kerala. Apparently, I was aware, okay, what has to be done in GD. And this time I was able to like crack that round. Now the toughest part was the personal interview. The interviewer asked me the same question. Okay, why do you want to join 𝗖𝗶𝘶? Why do you want to switch your domain? So if you are not really sure of it, you should the first thing first, you should not say anything bad about your current company. The job role involves like experience in analytics, which apparently I didn't had any, because I was not working in that domain. So I had no experience in Python or machine learning or anything else. Again, after like spending 15-20 minutes with the interviewer, again the same thing. The interviewer said, okay, I cannot proceed further with this round. You can go back home. We can't like take you further. But again, since I had decided that I had to move on, Deloitte was the only option left for me. Again, there was this one more drive in 𝗖𝗶𝘶 that was happening in ITPL. Again, I entered my name in the form. Through LinkedIn, I applied on 𝗖𝗶𝘶. Again, my name came in, cracked the GD, went to the personal interview. Apparently, this time the interview was the same guy who rejected me in Kerala. That was the case. He asked me, like, have we met somewhere? And I was like, yes, sir, we met just like 15 days ago. Said that, sir, I might not have the experience with me, but I want to learn. So I'm pretty sure that I will do my best to learn anything that would come in my task. So he was like, okay, let's do one thing. Let's ask the HR if he's fine with it, because since 15 days back you gave the interview, right now again you have somehow reached here, which is, I'm not really sure whether it should be the case or not, but HR was fine with it and I got my offer from 𝗖𝟑𝗃 that day.
Awesome.
So again you can see how difficult it was and also how easy it was, like, because if you know that what you have to go for, that is easy for you, but that process can be really difficult.
You guys can also let me know in the comment section, any of you who's watching this video, and let me know if you are also stuck in the support kind of roles and you are trying hard to move into any other job profiles. And since there is a lots of noise in the market for different big data related job profiles, okay, so can you please elaborate on the actual work of a business analyst? What are their roles and responsibilities in a shorter version of it?
Like, as a data science can be considered as a bigger umbrella, right? And the job roles like business analyst, data analyst, decision scientist, all these are falling under that bigger umbrella, right? Now, more or less, the job roles or the day-to-day job looks like the same, but there might be a slight difference that can happen company to company, right? But in general, like if you talk about a role of business analyst, a business analyst is someone who is responsible for maintaining few metrics associated to the business, right? Let's say if I am currently working with Amazon, there might be certain business related metrics which might affect profit and loss or which might affect customer experience, right? So based on your role or your designation, you might be responsible to track those metrics, report to the non-business stakeholder, like non-technical stakeholders that you might be having in your company, because they are not really the data guy, right? They don't know anything about data. They don't know anything about programming, coding, anything, right? They just want to see the reports or numbers. So you will be the person, as a business analyst, you will be the person those stakeholders would come to you, ask for any data requirement that they might have. And like, let's say if there is some trend that you are seeing in the data, right? As I mentioned that you are responsible for looking for various business metrics. If there is a certain outlier that you are seeing or there is some anomalies that is coming up in the data, they'll come back to you and ask for a reason. Okay, you are the data expert. Let us know why is it happening. We'll work with you, and then that's how they'll be taking the business strategic decisions going forward.
And you can let us know in the comment section if you know the clear differences between the roles and responsibilities of a data analyst and the business analyst, because these two are very confusing terms. I must say lots of folks are definitely waiting for it who want to crack the companies like Amazon and well-established product-based companies for the business analytics role. So can you share the complete interview process of Amazon for the business analyst role, like how many rounds were there and in each round what type of questions were asked, so that it will help them as well to prepare for the companies like Amazon, and it will boost their confidence, because when we take these big names like the Amazon, Google, Facebook, we always think that this is going to be tough to crack.
I get it, Shashank. That was the case with me as well, but the good thing is that that is not the case. So if you know what is all about, like you know the interview process, you know all things related to your projects, then you are good to go. So I'm not really sure about the current process that Amazon might be following, but I can definitely share my experience, which was about a year back. Okay, so they used, for a business analyst role in Amazon, there used to be like 4 rounds, of which the first round used to be the technical round. Okay, in which they, like, the interview used to ask you about some SQL questions. They'll be sharing the screen. They'll ask you some of the SQL questions that they might be having, or like few things related to Python, which is not the case with everyone. Mostly they'll be looking for SQL. If you are like interviewing for a business analyst role, they'll be sharing some questions, and you will be you'll be asked to write SQL queries then and there itself. But this process might have changed during the course of 1 year, which I'm not really sure of. This was the first round, right? The only technical round that they had. The next 3 rounds are not like any elimination round. The next 3 rounds used to be like a behavioral round, wherein people like leadership people who are like the hiring managers or the senior people working in that particular team would come, and they'll be asking you very generic questions like, okay, tell me a time when you had a conflict with your manager, right? And how did you come up with, like, how did you solve that particular problem? Or tell me a time when your client was very difficult to face and you overcome that challenge, right? Again, there can be a scenario wherein they'll ask, okay, depict a time where you showcased a certain leadership quality that they are looking at, right? Whereas like, it can be like, when was the time that you went above and beyond to help your client or customers that you worked with in the past. So these can be the very generic questions that they look at. And if you are really if you have the stories ready for these, I think you will be good to go. But the only point, the only thing that I would suggest everyone watching this video, if you are preparing for these behavioral questions, write all those stories or write all those questions which can be asked in interviews like these, and prepare a story for all these answers. So that when they are asking, you will not fumble, or you will be 100% sure that, okay, this is the story I need to depict to showcase my XYZ quality.
After first technical, the next three were completely behavioral, not even further questions on SQL, in the upcoming 3 rounds, or Python related, or anything, dashboarding, something.
So I won't say it was a technical round, but again, they will get to know about your past projects, right? And let's say you are mentioning that, okay, in the past you have worked on such and such project that was based on Python, or that was based on Excel. I'm just taking a random example, right? Then they can ask, okay, what exactly you did in that, right? Let's say if I'm saying that I automated a report using Excel VBA, just taking a random example, right? Then they'll ask, why did you do that? Or why didn't you go ahead with the other approach of using Python? Right? So these can be the questions which you need to be very sure of. Okay, why did you chose any particular platform or technology for your past projects? That can be the technical questions associated in these, but the main motive behind all these behavioral questions will be to judge on your leadership qualities. First of all, you should be really good at communicating what you have done. If you don't know what you have done, essentially you won't be able to tell the other person, right? And that is the most crucial skill that you should target at. If you can sell what you have done, then bang on, you can crack any interview.
That's correct.
Technologies, technical skills can be learned, but this is something that will come with experience, or with giving more and more interviews.
That's true.
So these are the skills that are most important, I would say.
Let's say someone want to start their career as a business analyst, considering freshers in the mind as well. So then what should be the correct roadmap? I definitely want you to highlight all the top 4-5 skill sets which is actually required, who actually want to move into the business analyst part.
Sure, Shashank. So let's say if I have to list down few of the technologies, first would definitely be SQL, because that is something that is used day in, day out. It's like bread and butter for any data analyst, business analyst, or even a data scientist profession, right? Because SQL, if you know SQL, doing things in Python would be easy because you will understand the fundamentals of it. So SQL is the most critical or most crucial technology, I would say. The other things that people should really be good at would be Excel, which is again very, very underrated thing, right? Because people say, okay, I've been using Excel from my school day, how difficult it can be, right? But that is not the case. There are advanced things that people can go ahead and learn. And when I say advanced, I don't want to scare anyone. It's just that few formulas, if you know how to automate different things in Excel, you'll be good to go, right? If you just know basic things about how charts are created, what kind of different charts are used to what different kind of chart are used to visualize what things, then that can be a good add-on to your skill, right? And then, as I've already covered about the charts and all, data visualization is the third aspect that people should be learning, right? And when I say data visualization, tools like Tableau or Power BI, right? So these can be the 2 tools that people can go ahead and learn. Because if you know SQL and Tableau and you are having some experience in Excel, I'm saying that you will fit in 90% of the companies. Because again, Python is really nice to know. Python is something that would be required in advanced roles like data scientist or data analyst. Also, if you have to perform certain tasks in Python would be very easy to do. If a certain task you are performing in Excel, it can be performed in minutes in Python. So if you know that, it's a very good thing to have. But the 3 things that I just mentioned, right? SQL, data visualization, tools like Tableau, Power BI, and Excel. If you know these 3 things, I'm writing it down, and I can say that you will fit in 90% of the companies out there.
So I hope this will definitely help you to give the clear picture that what is actually required from you if you want to move into the business analyst role. And let's say anyone who's watching this video, and if you have a different experience with the business analyst profile, feel free to mention your thoughts as well, what you think is the important skill set for the business analyst. That will be also helpful for the audience. Is programming important for the business analyst? And why this question is coming? Because of the noise in the market for the big data job profiles. So it would be great if you can explain it. And I would definitely add one thing: do companies ask coding questions for the business analyst role in their technical rounds or not?
In my experience, like the interview that I have given Shashank, I haven't really faced such questions for a business analyst role, at least. Like the programming questions are not asked in business analyst role. But like depending on the companies that you are giving interviews for, there can be different kinds of questions. Not program specific, but I would say there are questions like guesstimates. Like if like someone who doesn't know what guesstimates are, I would highly recommend just go on YouTube or go on Google, then search for how to solve guesstimate problems, right? So essentially, they are not trying to look for any technical skills when they are asking such questions. They are only trying to see how you approach the problem. To answer your question, programming is needed for the business analyst role. I would say no to it. But again, it can vary from company to company.
So at your experience level, if someone is targeting top product based companies, even including the Amazon, then in terms of the CTC, how much money these companies are paying to the business analyst, right? So if you can throw some light on the CTC part, that would be also great.
I would say that this again, the CTC is something which is not fixed for each of the companies which we just mentioned, and again it can vary based on the person's to person profile, because if what current CTC you are having can be a great aspect of what target you might you are expecting, right? But again, if I need to give you a range for this, like the number of years of experience that I have, the companies like these are really comfortable in giving 12 to 18 LPA. But this number can vary based on your current experience, or if you are holding any other offer from the other firms as well, probably you can just go ahead and counter offer on, get a counter offer on to say that, okay, if you are having a close to 3 years of experience or 2 to 3 years of experience, and if you are targeting companies like Amazon or any other companies like Google, 12 to 18 is something which I can definitely say like business analysts.
So that 12 to 18 will be the on the base part, or let's say even if I ask for the Amazon on this role, what could be the overall CTC including stocks and all?
Okay. Yeah, that's a good question, Shashank. So 12 to 18, like this doesn't include the stocks or the other benefits that companies these would do. So let's say if someone is giving you 5 stocks, 10 stocks, they can be vested over a year or 4, like they can be vested over a span of 4 years, right? So again, in my opinion, I wouldn't say that would be the part of your CTC. If you'll stay in that company, you will be getting that money. But at the end of the year, CTC or any salary is what you get after at the end of each month, right? So if you are talking about that, for that 12 to 18 LPA, in hand, how much ever we get after deducting all the taxes, that would be the amount that I would say, in excluding all the extra benefits. If you are interviewing for companies like Amazon or Google, right, be rest assured that they won't cheat you, because there is a fixed slab, right? Let's say level 3, level 4, level 5, or this can be grade 1, grade 2, grade 3 in any other company, right? If you are having certain number of year of experience, you will be interviewed for only a specific level of designation, and the salary ranges are fixed for that particular slab.
We will end up this session with one last question, and that is the final thing from our side. So Chirag, according to you, who should target the business analyst type of job roles, and what are the growth opportunities for them, right? As they grow in the experience, on what level they can move on? So
to answer that question, Shashank, a person who is really interested in not just working in a technical side of the business, but also be in touch with the business side of things, right? Business analyst would be the perfect role for them. To give you an example, right, in my tenure of 4 years that I have been in the corporate job, I have worked in 4 different domains altogether, right? So it's not like I'm a specialist in one thing, just like people after doing MBA in finance, right? They are only doing finance things. And if you'll ask something else about the other domain, they might not be aware of it. But this is something that I consider to be the pro side of working as a business analyst or a data analyst, is that you get a chance to work with various different domains. This is something that really excites you. Business analyst would be the perfect role for you.
Since this was the first podcast on my channel related to the business analyst profile, this will give lots of informative insights to the audience, because lots of them were actually requesting for these podcasts. So from my side and from the entire audience side, big thanks to you, Chirag, for spending time with me on the weekends and sharing these wonderful insights for the business analyst role. Thank you so much.
Pleasure, Shashank. I'm happy that I could help.
So that's what I had for you guys in this podcast. I'm pretty sure you would have enjoyed it, and now you also know about the business analyst profile and how to even crack this profile in top tech companies. And if you find this podcast really informative, make sure to like this video in big numbers. And if you're watching any of my video for the very first time and don't want to miss these kind of content, make sure to hit the subscribe button and press the notification icon. I will see you guys in the next weekend with another amazing podcast. Till then, just stay safe, stay home, take care of yourself and your family too.